good. So whenever, Ashley, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm gonna call this Trafalgar Redevelopment Commission special meeting to order at Tuesday, November 20th at 5:31 PM. We'll do roll call. Mike Peters,
Here.
Jackie Bryant,
Here.
Jason Ramey,
Here.
Ashley Cheney's here, Jacob Bowman,
I'm here.
Donna Moore.
Here.
Is Judy online? Oh, do we have to do that? Is that?
Judy Mesney.
I didn't set up Zoom.
Okay.
I haven't been setting up.
Okay. All right, and
Jessica
Jessica
Jones.
Jones is absent.
You did it, Mike.
Okay, this time we'll open up the floor to reports from the public. Come on down, state your name, please.
Pamela Query, I live at 200 South Pleasant Street in Trafalgar. My question is, I know that our farmer's market is doing well, and I know the public really likes that. My question is the fact that, how much income have we taken in since we have opened that at the new community building per month?
From the farmer's market or just the community building in general?
No, from the farmer's market.
I'm not sure on that. Do we have an accounting of that anywhere at this time?
We do, somewhere.
I do not, no, I've never been, no.
I don't know if we take in any income from the farmer's market.
Well, okay, she's charging $30 for booth space, and then
Yeah, I
the
think
car
it's a
show was
nonprofit.
$15.
I think it's a
A car.
nonprofit, so I don't know. I don't know.
But she's using our ground that we bought
Thank you.
for $400,000, and I would think that we should have some sort of income, I mean, if we're renting booth space, that something should come back to us, the people of the town.
Okay.
Even if it's, you're gonna take and use that for maintenance or something else, it needs to go back into the RDC.
Okay.
So, that's my question.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, one other.
That's okay.
Okay, so have we zoned that yet? Rezoned it?
Not yet. And if you look at the agenda, you would know that, right?
I did look at the
All right.
agenda, but my question is why wasn't it rezoned before we accepted a $100,000 check and knew where we were going with it?
Do you want the real answer?
Yeah,
Well, because, one, we haven't accepted the $100,000 check.
okay,
So that's number one. Two, there's conditions on acceptance of that check. One of those conditions, I believe, is a proper zoning of the property. And number three, the town controls the zoning of the property regardless. So the fact that it's not zoned properly right now doesn't mean the town can't change its zoning and properly zone it.
yeah, but I would have thought we purchased that, back in the spring? And
I
do
think
we-
I think it was
And do we-
February or maybe March of this past year.
Right, and I would, I was surprised at that. The other thing is, did we let the public know what we were doing about the amphitheater, other than, surprise, we're having an amphitheater built?
I believe that was posted on Facebook about that, wasn't that?
I have no idea.
I believe it was out on Facebook.
Well, not everybody does Facebook,
Well,
so,
It was also discussed at least the last two meetings.
Last
There was
two.
an opportunity, and then the award were discussed over the last two meetings, I believe.
okay. But those are my questions.
thank you.
My name's David Moore, live in Trafalgar, kind of along the lines of what Pam's asking here. Farmers market, granted, it's a nonprofit, but is there any records keeping on where this nonprofit money is going to? Because there's been quite a bit of money taken in. Where did it go? Where's it going? Does anybody know? Does anybody care?
It's probably a question for the nonprofit, don't you think?
Yeah.
The town's property, the town's running it, aren't they? You're authorizing it, but the town don't know where nothing's going?
As far as I know, the town's not collecting any money for it. We're just hosting the property.
So, anybody can come over there, not pay the town anything, do whatever they wish to do, pocket the profit, and say, have a good day, Trafalgar. It's what it sounds like to me, it's the way it looks.
It's not quite that general. They're an organization that we have a partnership
Okay,
with.
so you got an organization, you're partnering with them, but you don't know where the money's going.
We're not collecting money for it, though.
Doesn't matter, where's it going?
The nonprofit.
You're talking in circles here,
Okay.
you know? You're not answering the question,
The town of Trafalgar is not collecting money for the farmer's market.
okay?
So we don't have any money to account for. We're not collecting money for it.
You don't have any idea where all that money's going to.
No, it's not us collecting the money. It's not our,
So
Funds to
anybody can
appropriate.
have a nonprofit, I'm a nonprofit, and I can come over here and I can use the community center. I could have a motorcycle swap meet. Whatever money I make, I just take it and go on home. I appreciate that.
Do you ever give money to those ringing the bell in front of the Walmart or anything like that, Dave?
Yeah, I have
Do you
before.
ask them where they spend that money and what they do with every penny of it, or do you just put it in their trust that they are I'm speaking, a registered licensed nonprofit and have to follow tax law?
Right.
Okay, if we are working with a registered nonprofit, then that is up to them and their attorneys and the and the IRS to determine what they do with the money. That's as simple as it is. We don't track every penny. We do it because it's a great outreach and a representation of the town to give some of our local vendors an opportunity to make money for themselves in an environment that is here in town instead of going to Franklin, Bargersville, anywhere else to do it.
If you ask the Salvation Army where their money goes to, they can itemize where that money goes.
Exactly, and our attorney just told you could ask that nonprofit where they take what they do with their money. That's what I would suggest.
How do you contact them?
You contact, what's her name again?
Jen Stoffer.
Jen Stouffer. I would ask Jen Stouffer. She's the head of that farmer's market organization.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna close the reports from the public and move on to consent the agenda from October 16th, 2025. Does anyone want to make that motion? I wasn't here.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as written for the meeting, the RDC meeting on October 16th of 2025.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. That will be approved 3-0. I'll abstain from that since I wasn't here. We are gonna go on to new business, the 2026 TIF spending plan. So we need to make a motion to approve that and direct clerk treasurer to submit the plan via Gateway. Is that two separate motions or is that all one?
It's one.
Okay.
I make a motion that we accept the 2026 annual spending plan for the TIF funds as laid out in the last meeting.
Motion made. I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passes 4-0. Okay, we are gonna, do you have anything to add to that? Sorry.
No, just making sure you're gonna open, we have to have a public hearing
Okay.
on the appropriation of the TIF funds to use for next year.
Okay, so we'll open to the public for the appropriation budget year 2026. Okay, no comments, we'll go ahead and close that. Do we need to do anything with the appropriation?
Did I have not?
It's
Oh, the
just
appropriations, the next
thing,
item,
okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay,
So you're looking at resolution 2025-04.
04.
do we just need to adopt this?
Correct.
Okay, do you,
Let me know if you need any explanation.
do we have any questions or comments for whatever this guy's name is, Jacob? Sorry.
That's all right.
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-04, the appropriation budget for year 2026. Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Did you get an aye, Jason?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, passes 4-0. Then we have a memorandum of understanding for the development and operation of the Trafalgar Community Center and Amphitheater. Okay, so you went over this last month.
We did. I don't think we're quite ready to execute this
Okay.
yet, so, but we want to leave it on the agenda.
Okay,
it's
so
not something we forget
You're,
about.
you're working on that on your end.
Correct.
Okay. Do you guys have any questions for him on that? Nope. Okay, the annual TIF presentation to taxing units.
Okay. Am I able to plug in? See if I can. I should have checked. If it's gonna screw everything up, it's a bit irrelevant considering there are no underlying taxing units here.
And it's actually attached to the agenda, so anybody that's watching online,
We'll have a copy of it.
you
All right,
will
so that's
still
fine.
have a copy of the,
I don't know what the hell. But I'll trust that you're accurate in whatever your statement just was. All right, so I'll run through this quickly. As Donna had mentioned, it is attached to the agenda, so anyone online listening, if you go to the agenda, you can pull up the PowerPoint and follow along. As far as the folks in the audience, do you guys want to see the PowerPoint if I turn my computer, or do you care? Okay. Nope. Thanks, Ray. Okay. So this is an annual presentation that we have to give to the taxing units with respect to the TIF monies that we have been collecting. Remember, just to go over what a TIF is, and if you're on slide 4 is really the best indication of what that is. So when you TIF property, you're hoping to collect the increased AV of those properties instead of allowing it to fall to the underlying taxing units. Underlying taxing units being the school, the library, among others. The town's objective is to spur economic development, and I think we've been somewhat successful in these endeavors. Spurring economic development not only in these specific identified TIF district areas, but it also allows service to the broader community. If you recall, the legislature changed in 2023 or 24, which we adopted fairly quickly, modification to TIF expenditures, allowing for uses related to police and fire protection. So we've used that on several occasions. I think we used it to purchase a police vehicle fairly recently. Again, the officers served the district, so that was a permitted expenditure for that. In addition, of course, the TIF revenues were used to purchase the community center. You see that on just a photo of the sign on slide 6. A couple long-term plans that we have in place relate to infrastructure and more or less quality of life amenities, among others. The current, is yours?
Yeah,
I don't know why mine's not sliding here, sorry.
it's okay.
Trying to figure it out. Why it's not showing up here? Why does it look like that? Well, in any case, the upshot of it is the town has been collecting TIF revenues for 3 of its taxing districts. The first 2 were created in 2008. The last one was created in 2022 and recently expanded in 2025, just a month ago. Some of those revenues, again, have been used for police protection issues, purchasing of the community center, among others. I think the plan is to hopefully do some sidewalk repair and creation with those TIF funds as well. The crosswalk between the school and the other properties across the road were paid for by TIF revenues as well. That was some time ago. But in any case, that's the upshot of the presentation. And for whatever reason, my PowerPoint's not working, but
Technology.
I would be happy to take questions if there are any. Sure.
Is it possible for us to use that TIF money to fix the drainage in the old part of Trafalgar?
I wouldn't recommend using TIF money for that because there's some stormwater fund monies that I think would be better used for that particular project. Now, we did modify the TIF plan some time ago to allow actually the purchase of the park. So if the drainage is related to the park, and it sounds like, all right, it's not,
No,
I think that would be a close call.
I know, and of course, you all know I've lived here for a long time.
Mhm.
There is an underground drainage system under the old part of the town of Trafalgar. And I told that to Lee Rogers years ago, and he looked at me and I said, I can prove it to you. So, in each backyard, there used to be a metal concrete, or a concrete slab. You pull that slab up, you find a sewer lid. And there was drainage tiles that went down to the creek, okay? Where I live, which is on Pleasant Street, mine would go to the creek. And each house that's along that has one. Because the lady that bought her house said, I don't know what this pipe is with the metal wire on there. I said, oh, don't remove that wire. Because that keeps the animals out of it. So, yeah, yeah. And it's been brought up for years.
What's the specific problem? Just,
Water.
why no, but, I mean, does it subside within 12 hours, 24 hours, after it rains? Is it after 5 inches, after half an inch? What's the issue?
Well, water stands, it's like when you have a heavy rain anywhere else, you have water standing, okay? But this is taking, it would take water out. And this is one of the problems that they had over towards where Jackie lives, is that water would stand, okay? And then you guys put in a drainage system there, okay? But like I said, this is all over town. The problem was, when they put in the sewer lines, they cut the drainage tile.
Exactly.
And when they cut the drainage tile, then things do not drain like they should.
That was
But
back-
yet, we're paying $5 for stormwater, and we paid this ever since you started building all these houses around here. And we paid for everybody else's stormwater, but yes, ours is neglected.
When development goes in, the developer pays for the stormwater drains. So it's not you guys paying for that or the town paying for that. The developer pays for all.
Right.
Well, I got some tiles in my yard,
Mhm.
and they're busted because, like she said, when they put the sewers in and some things. And I'm just letting it go because I don't care any longer. But I have 2 sinkholes forming in my front yard. One of them is about half as deep as that doorway and at least as big around. And it's right there, and you can look down there and see the tiles. I've complained about it, I took pictures, I've been in here about it. And now I got another one over there, and the other one is forming, is over by the water line. Now, the water line that's in there now is the 3rd one. I put this one in. My grandfather put the 2nd one in. Now, if that forms up and breaks my water line, it'll never be replaced again. If I gotta carry a bottle of water in, I don't care. But I got 2 sinkholes out there forming in my front yard right now. It's not even hard to find. Like I said, I got a grease drum, so that whoever was mowing the yard would actually see that one hole. You look out across through there now in my yard, and all you gotta kinda look down, but you can see the top of that grease drum down in the hole. It's gotten that deep. But I wouldn't, I'm tired of talking about it, because might as well preach to the wall,
Sure.
but.
Well,
And
to go back to the
actually-
TIF, to go back to the
Lee
TIF
Rogers-
questions, I don't know.
Lee Rogers,
I would doubt that, sorry, David. I want to stay focused on the TIF, because we're going to have another public comment period at the beginning of the town council meeting.
well, this
Right,
has to
but-
do with the sewer that you were talking about. There's actually an engineering study that was done, and when they put the sidewalks in town, they were supposed to do mine over there also, cost will run on Pearl Street. That job out there didn't get done. But the engineering study was.
Okay.
That's all.
So long, short, perhaps if we can, perhaps TIF money can be used, but it has to be kind of related to the park in that area. If not, probably stormwater fees and that fund is the way to go to fix some of these drainage issues that aren't related to TIF.
It shouldn't be related to the park because I don't live that, you know, I'm like.
Yeah, I
3 blocks
couldn't
away.
quite remember where you lived, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? All right, we will move on to zoning of the property at 335 Pleasant Street. Looks like we need to make a motion to direct town manager and the attorney to seek modifications of the zoning of the community center property to allow for the development of the amphitheater. Any comments or questions on that?
So moved.
Okay, I'll
Second.
second that. Oh, did Jackie second that?
I did.
Oh, Mike seconded. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, that'll pass 4-0. So town manager, please work with the attorney to get that rezoned. Okay, Brian, you're up for the JCPL Mary Prairie sign sponsorship.
I've been working with Johns County Public Library and the Trafalgar Chamber of Commerce on a Mary Prairie program. The library hosts it every year, and today the conversation was being had about sponsorships. And they were asking about yard signage to promote the event. This is the one that's held around Christmas where they set up the Mary Prairie with the reindeer and Santa inside. And it was asked if the RDC would consider paying for, if the invoice for the yard cards could be sent to the RDC for payment of those signs to promote that event for the community. And they're speculating between $200 and $250 is what they project.
What do we need to do?
Oh, yeah. Well, the RDC, here, a little bit of the issue is the RDC only has TIF funds. That's its only source of revenue. Whether or not TIF funds can be used for this particular purpose, I can try and look it up real fast.
We're interested it promotes residents
understand.
visiting local businesses in the TIFs, for sure.
If it were the community center, I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The fact that it's a library changes things a little bit, I think, in my opinion. However, I don't want to close the door on that particular item. If the council likes this event and wishes to promote it, and make a contribution of $250, I would say it would be wise to make a motion contingent on council's review of a permitted expenditure of TIF revenues for this particular topic.
Or do you want to table that for the town council?
Up to you. It's your agenda item.
Let's table that from the RDC, just to make it clean and clear, and
Where
we'll
would
talk about it during
let
the
me
town
ask you,
council
where would it
meeting.
come from for the town council meeting?
Come
Which
from?
fund? Yeah, which fund?
I mean, is that a general fund purchase?
It looks like TIF funds can be used for promotion of signs, as they are considered eligible costs for business development, but I don't think that's,
But it's a nonprofit too, right?
Right.
So don't we have in our spending plan contributions to nonprofits and economic development opportunities?
but-
So perhaps,
which may be required, which may require the signs to meet design standards. So I don't think that that is actually the same sign we're talking about as a yard cart sign.
are you buying the signs or are you contributing money,
Contributing for the signs.
contributing for this event
Yes.
that's run by a nonprofit?
Temporary signage, yes.
The library runs it, puts the whole thing on.
Correct. And I know in the 2025 spending plan, there was intent to support nonprofits.
Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. I'm using nonprofits, and the library's not really a nonprofit, it's a taxing unit.
We can
To
just.
get hyper-technical.
I
I mean, I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea.
think it's a good idea also.
We can just go with, we're in support of the idea, we think it's a good idea, let's just make it clean and let's not move forward. It was an ask.
If the library is a taxing unit of their own, just like the town, then why would the town be using any type of funds for a sign or a function for the library?
For me, so the Mary Prairie is associated with the Mary Prairie Passport as well, which includes, how many businesses?
Yeah, it's
14 to
somewhere
15
between 10
local
and 20.
businesses that residents and non-residents are encouraged to go visit in the community. It's to promote people to travel, make this a destination for the Christmas season, for that event. So, like I said, it's, by all means, if the state wants to complicate it, then let them. So we just will say, don't worry about it. How about that? And 21 businesses. So,
I disagree with passing it up. I mean, it's here to help the community. That's what the purpose of the library is.
but if it's too muddy.
But the library is also a taxing unit of their own, Mike.
I
They're
get that.
actually getting tax money, so just like the money that we're going to use for the sign. So,
Yeah. Can't give them a dollar, it sounds like. So let's just move on, and we'll just ignore that comment. So in the 2026 spending plan, we did anticipate contributing to nonprofits up to $2,500, like a local chamber of commerce.
Correct.
That is also in our current 2025 spending plan as presented. At the time, there were no functioning chamber of commerce established. As of now, there has been officially a Trafalgar Chamber of Commerce established. So I would also like to ask the RDC if they'd be willing to make a contribution for the 2025 spending plan of the $2,500 to the local Trafalgar Chamber of Commerce.
Are we good with that? That's allowable?
It's adopted in our spending plan, contributions to Chamber
Do
of
it-
Commerce. I don't think it's an
Do we need to
issue.
make a motion to approve it?
I would. And you gotta know the amount, but did you say the amount?
2,500.
Okay.
And this 2,500 is going to be monumental for them. This is incredibly beneficial for their startup costs. So Trafalgar has never had a functioning Chamber of Commerce. We've worked for a year to form this. It started as a local business group, which has now grown into the Trafalgar Chamber of Commerce, which is now officially recognized by the state of Indiana. Everything's in place, board of directors, bylaws, everything. So they're getting up and running. So I think it's a wonderful way to make a contribution
And
to their startups.
some of the members of the chamber, I assume, are in the TIF district, if not all the members are in the TIF district.
Currently, yes.
One of the three TIF districts. So your questions are $2,500 and then which TIF funds you wish to pull from. And I think all of them, except for three, has sufficient funds
Okay.
for that contribution.
I'll make a motion to allow the Trafalgar RDC to make a contribution to the 2025 Trafalgar Chamber of Commerce $2,500 from TIF 1.
So,
Okay, motion made and seconded, all in favor?
aye.
Okay, motion passes 4-0.
and Brian, just for documentation, when I write the check,
Mhm.
if I could have the documentation where the Chamber of Commerce has been set up as a nonprofit.
The state certification, I sent that to you, but I'll
Right,
send,
right.
yes.
Just
Yeah,
to include with
absolutely,
my paperwork.
absolutely, yes. Thank you, and I'm sure the chamber thanks you as well.
And I'm sorry, who seconded that?
Mike did.
Mike
I
did?
did.
Thank you.
Okay, do you have anything else for us, Jacob?
I do.
All right, we'll open the floor for additional reports from the public for no more than 20 minutes. Any additional public comment regarding RDC? Okay, we'll close that. Any other comments from the from the RDC council?
No.
All right, we'll adjourn this meeting.
After a motion.
After I motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make
So,
a motion.
there you go.
Okay, motion made by Ashley and seconded by Jason. All in favor?
Who is
Aye.
the
Aye.
secretary?
All right, this meeting is closed.
Go back to
Okay.
here,
Jessica.
or hit this home button, whatever you can do. So when you get to here, this is how you get to the.
I just have
So when you hit that, then it brings up all.
Send it over really
So when you're looking for that.
Does
icon,
everyone need to sign this or just me?
Just you.
So